NBA playoffs beginning in earnest as Jeff Teague looks for another breakout postseason like the one he had in 2011. Paul George, the two-time All-Star, looking to make an imprint on this series. And Paul Millsap, the first-time All-Star, back in the postseason. And Roy Hibbert, who's been in the news lately with his impenetrable defense, but also for some other reasons on and off the court. For more, let's go to Israel Gutierrez.
And she gave up the dribble. Korver stepped a step closer.
Teague with the jumper, and he knocks down the jumper. Looks courtside, and Teague behind the Millsap screen. Out to Millsap, an improved three-point shooter this year, and an opportunity for a four-point play.
This is exactly what you didn't want. Twice already, Korver has gotten wide open.
Budenholzer wants Teague to be aggressive, and he was right there. The blow-by on George Hill.
See what I mean? That floor, there were 5 out. The entire floor was spaced with shooters, and he's so hard to guard off the dribble.
Antic with the screen. Teague refuses it. Teague into the lane and the layup, attacking.
So,
being from Indianapolis, Indiana, I grew up in a city, you know.
What does it say there?
317 is the area code, and it's like the skyline of Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
And got 465, that's like the highway. And I grew up there, the Colts, a big Colts fan. So I grew up in Indianapolis, and I just, I got it just to let everyone know I never forgot where I came from. And I love all my people back home. My mom and dad are still there, so every time I play or every time I go anywhere, I let them know they own me.
Teague out top. Sat for several minutes on the bench, getting a rest. Good ball movement, and Damari Carroll knocks down the three. Teague finger rolls it. Wow, from a distance. Doris, you'd think it'd be a little bit important here for Korver, not only to knock down shots like that, but for Atlanta to close this half.
No question. No, keep your momentum going. They have worked diligently to get him off multiple screens, Korver. And again, the number of three-point attempts they're taking is striking.
George has scored 12 of the last 15 for the Pacers. Hibbert for three.
You can see Indiana shrinking the floor now. Everybody's in the gaps, right? Preventing dribble penetration.
Damari Carroll from downtown, and he knocks down a three ball.
Points since the first quarter. Doug Collins said this. This may not be a series for Roy Hibbert.
Yeah. Teague with the floater, soft touch, and good. Teague and Millsap wrestling underneath. Frank Vogel tried to exhort his team on. Those two quick fouls.
You like the whistle? You think it was appropriate?
I didn't think it was a foul. But nonetheless, Teague at the other end. Much of an offensive factor in this game. Here's Teague. Crosses over Turner, wow, and steps back. Bang! Millsap. 7 on the shot clock. Teague steps through and gets to the bucket again. Jeff Teague with 19, and Frank Vogel has seen enough. The Pacers down double digits now, 11 points.
Now, we talked about Jeff Teague being the entire focus of the Indiana Pacers defense. His speed, his explosiveness, his ability to get paint touches. He goes right around George Hill. He's got the last 7. How about this crossover, step back, Evan Turner's in the spin cycle. Go ahead, Jeff Teague. Then navigating traffic, gets between 2 yellow jerseys. He's tearing them up, Mark Jones. This often he will reject the screen, use unbelievable speed, make you think he's going to use it. How about this navigation to the rim, use of the left hand? And you think back to this guy. This was my favorite. I mean, Evan Turner was left wondering what happened on that move. Goes behind the screen, sets up this little spacing. Think back to 2011 when Kirk Heinrich was playing with the Atlanta Hawks.
7 on the shot clock. Inside, got a mismatch. Millsap over George Hill. Made it look easy.
Yeah, they got the exchange on a pick and roll. Who had suffered under such scrutiny that first year. I won't say they were amused by it, but it was almost as if they said, you know what the air up here feels like all of a sudden, right?
Yeah. But all for naught, as Jeff Teague, the Pike High School native from Indianapolis here, comes home and runs roughshod over the home team Indiana Pacers. 28 points. for Teague.
Jeff, it's the second time in 2 weeks you guys have come in here and decisively beat this Indiana team. It just so happens to be a playoff game, though. Why the confidence against this group?
We're a confident bunch against anyone, but you know, it's going to be a hard-fought series. That's a great group they got over there. They're going to come out next game on their home floor, come out blazing, playing with a lot of energy. So we just got to come prepared for the next game.
Any more special that's happening in your hometown?
That don't even matter.
Thank you, Jeff.
The soft-spoken and oft stoic Jeff Teague